boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Rebels Capital, aka Negativity with Success. And yes, came back with another day talking about the stock market, crypto markets, the crypto boys who swipes on the club, who swipe at the club all the time. Then we're going to talk about the companies' earnings reports, what's happening throughout the day, just to make it simple for people to understand. If you like the video, man, please don't be afraid to click like, subscribe. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's go. So, today's the 3rd of June, 2026. Yeah, man, we have a lot of things happening so far. But overall, the overall theme is still quite negative because of the Iran and the U.S. Tensions just intensified even more. So what happened right now is that recent news is that with that war, it's that the Iran launched a missile at Kuwait and Bahrain, and the U.S. conducted a new strike on its island, sending the oil prices to record fucking highs. So yeah, man. Ever since everyone is bombing each other now, so yeah, man. We are back to that he said, she said story. Yeah, man. That's what's happening now. Just to make it sweet, short, and simple. So, ever since everyone is throwing bombs, so yeah, man, everyone is selling the shit out of their stocks today. As you can see here, let me just show you a summary of what's happening with oil. For example, oil is also up today. Where is it here? That's weird. Everything is here, but besides the actual oil. Yeah, man, that's what's happening. Everyone is just throwing bomb at the other one. Yeah, man, that's what's happening so far today on the 3rd of June. As you can see here, let me just show you the oil prices are putting pressure to the stock market and overall. I'm not going to read every single thing out now because it tends to confuse a lot of people when I read everything one by one. But yeah, man, that's what's happening now. Since the bombing is happening, it's putting prices of the oil higher, meaning that it's also putting down the stock market. So inverse of the oil going up because of the standard of living is increasing. Standard of living is increasing. Oil prices are increasing as well, meaning that it's very expensive for you to buy even more stocks. So that's what's happening. People are selling the shit today. As you can see here, crude oil is up by 1%. It's up at 97. It's back to that price. Crude oil WTI, it's up as well at 94. It's up by 0.88. Natural gas as well is doing the same thing. It's up by 0.011. So more or less 0.35%. It's currently sitting at $3.17. And then you also have heating oil. It's also up by $3.7. It's up 2% so far. So yeah, man, that's what's happening today. The oil prices is just crushing everyone in the stock market today. And then the other indicator is a thing called the VIX. It's a fear gauge index just to show people if people are buying and selling. So yeah, man, today it's higher. It's currently sitting at $16.12. It's up by 2%. So yeah, man, that's another one that went even higher today, also putting pressure on the stock market, meaning that people see some sort of selling happening today because of those strikes. Iran striking at Kuwait and Bahrain. As you can see as well, people are still flocking to the US dollar. US dollar is now sitting at $99.39 today. Yeah, man, it's up by 0.22. It's also another one. So people buy the VIX when stuff like this happens. So when the stock market goes down, right? Normally, what you see is traders and investors they'll buy into the VIX, which is the fear gauge, and as well as the US dollar, which is the safe haven, right? Safe haven meaning that no matter what happens, the dollar is still gonna go up because everyone around the world has to still trade using the US dollar. That has never changed as yet. Um, should we see some sort of recession, you're gonna see less people buying the US dollar, like Chinese. The Chinese are no longer buying the dollar anymore. They were number one, now they're number three, right? They reduced their currency holdings of the dollar overall. They're sick and tired of the US telling them this and that and making headlines, and they are sick and tired of them. So yeah, man, the biggest holder so far of the US, China, sorry, man, the biggest holder, right, of the dollar right now is Japan. The Japanese just keep adding. It's around more or less like $0.1 trillion. Yeah, so far they are the biggest ones. So yeah, man, as you can see here, looking at the indexes, everyone is getting crushed today. Everything is green, everything is red, everyone is bleeding. It's one of those days for everyone to bleed, but it's not so bad. It's more treated like a retracement. It's not so bad. It's not so bad actually, because as you can see, the Dow Jones is still at $50, 50,983. Yeah, man, it's not so bad because it's still at a record high overall. The Dow Jones is at a record high. S&P 500 is still at a record high. Nasdaq record high. Small cap record high. Dude, they only went down by like 1 point. So yeah, man. Overall, that's what's happening right there in the stock market. And then I would like to cross over to a company that is making cloud today. Is a company called Broadcom. With this ticker, Broadcom. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, man. Broadcom is one of the companies that was making semiconductors and chips for. It was well known for making chips for every iPhone in the world, right? They were making chips for every single iPhone that was produced back then in the 2000s up until they had a dispute. And then, yeah, man, they had to stop because of some sort of dispute with Apple, wasn't paying them enough, something of that sort. That battle lasted for years. And then, yeah, man, they came into a settlement. But yeah, man, Broadcom today is the one that is making news. It's currently sitting at 483.46%. Sorry, it's at $483. So today it's high because of they reported beautiful earnings report. Earnings report, if you don't understand what that is, it's more or less how much they have made every in the last 4 months, just to simplify it, switch short and simple. So today they reported that they made $8.4 billion, which is up by 106 or year over year. It's lifting their total revenue to $19.3 billion, bro. Imagine that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So this stock price might play around that 1,000. Now it's at 400. It might be at four. It might be at 1,000 from that 483 very soon. But yeah, man, that's what's happening here with the earnings report, and then as well there's the management. When you say management, you are including the CEO and the CFO, right? That's the chief accounting person who does these earnings report, who does the numbers. So what they said that is that they have a positive momentum. They see positivity in their company and stating that AI semiconductors revenue hit 100 and hit 10 million, right? $10.7 million, right? Implying a 140 growth year over year. So yeah, man, that's what happened there with Broadcom today. That's why it's looking so beautiful today. And then the next one is this one, CrowdStrike Holdings. Shit, what the fuck am I doing? Crons, Bitcoin. I said, I clicked on the crons instead of crown. Ah, man, I'm still sipping coffee at the end of the day. I will wake up. I'll still wake up, man. So, with that being said, here at CrowdStrike, here's the tick. CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity company. It's one of the top five biggest ones in the world. So they basically help in terms of people who are being hacked, and they get U.S. government contracts, right? They had a what you call this, a few years back though. They had like task by the U.S. government to do something for them, and it was actually excellent. You can read about it. So people ever since that day, they've been buying the shit out of this company. It's now sitting at $751 a share. Wow. So this one, it went higher because of their earnings report, right? The stock gained more or less like 70% so far year to date. As you can see here, today it's down just by 1%. It's not a biggie. It's not so bad. Doesn't mean that people are selling the shit out of it. No, not really. It's just today it's down by 2%. But overall, if you were to look here at the stock price, right? This thing is up 16% for the week. For the month, it's up by 65. For 3 months, it's up by 92. It keeps going higher, bro. Like, so if you invested into this, more or less, you will be up by 60. More or less. 60 to 70% in, let's say 70% but in 2026 so far. Yeah, man, it has one of the best beat rate. It's an 18 out of 18 in terms of earnings report. So they barely miss their earnings report. So every time an analyst will come and say, yeah, we predicted that these guys need to make 2 billion by the end of this quarter. They don't just make 2 billion; they make 4 billion. You understand? Yeah, man, they keep crushing it. Yeah, man, that's what's happening today with those ones. And then moving on to the biggest winners and the biggest losers today. Today is the day. Biggest winners today, it was obviously Broadcom. Um, and then yeah, man, there was a thing happening today with this one called Marvel Tech. Marvel Tech was number one today. Marvel Tech, here's the name of the company. I think it might be slow actually. There we go. Marvel Tech today it's up by 7%, more or less. Current price sitting at 310. That's because of Miss Johnson said that this company is the next $1 trillion company at an event called Computer Techs, right? She said that, yeah, man, it's one of the biggest company to ever come. So yeah, man, people are buying the shit out of this one because of the tech news. And then this one, it's another computer company. It's competing. It's more or less competing with IBM. It's called Packet Enterprise. So this one, they specialize in computers, mouses, and just basically the hardware, basically, of all computers and laptops. They're currently sitting at $52. It's down 3%. So this was up today by 26% because of the earnings report, right? They raised their AI infrastructure guidance. So yeah, man, more or less they're investing more into AI data centers. That's what happened right there. But today is down because now we are like 5 minutes away from the stock market to open. And then another one was MGM Resorts. MG Resorts. It's the one that if you want to book a hotel and stuff like that, yeah, man, they'll accommodate you. So they had they had a spending, consumer spending. So meaning that in regardless of the people saying that the cost of living is going higher, people are still spending according to their numbers. And then the next one that went higher today was Cisco, Cisco Systems was another one. It also said that they are having a high demand in their what you call these AI data. There's a high demand in AI data. So yeah, man, that's about it on right there. And then moving on to the biggest losers. The biggest losers, we had a company called NU Holdings. NU Holdings is one of the most favorite you the favorite one of the most bought stocks in Wall Street, dude, in the last 2 years alone. Because this thing was at 4, and it went from 4, it went to 8. It was the most bought thing in Wall Street last year. From 8, it went to 11. So today it's down heavily because of the CFO. That's the CFO is basically the management there. Just he basically left, announced a yeah man departure. Basically left, and people just sold the shit out of that one because of, hey man, why would a CFO just resign out of nowhere? Something is off. So mostly they took it as a sell first, sell the stock first, and ask questions later. So that's another one. And then yeah man, moving on to other factors, which is your cryptos today, currencies. With cryptos are also oof, cryptos are getting obliviated, bro. Like they're getting like raped with no Vaseline. Um, this one is down because of um, it's two factors. Like I said before, the the outflows, right? There's money going out of Bitcoin, basically. Just to summarize it, switch short. So people are just taking their money out of Bitcoin recently. And then the second one was that I think the leading one was because of MicroStrategy, which is the biggest holder of Bitcoin. He sold Michael Slayer, right? He sold 2.6 million worth of shares. It's something he said that he will never do after so many years, and then he eventually did it out of nowhere. And so obviously the crypto believers also sold their shares as well. So that also tanked today. This thing was at 71. Today we are at 66. That got obliviated, bro. God damn. As well as Ethereum as well. It was at 2.2 a couple of weeks back. Now we're at 1.8. So people are just selling the shit out of this without even without even hesitating, not even once. And yeah, man, that's about it so far. And then we have your bond markets. Yeah, man, the bond markets, the crypto, the currencies is just simple. It's just simple due to the fact that the US dollar is gonna go higher. Everything, everything that is against the dollar is gonna go lower today. So far the biggest winner today, it's the US dollar to the chef, and then the US dollar to the Canadian. So yeah, man, that's the biggest winner today. Yeah, so it's the USD to the chef, the Swiss franc, and then the second one was the US dollar to the Canadian, and then the third one was the euro to the British pound, and then the third one, and then what's the fourth one actually? It's the US dollar to the Japanese yen. So yeah, man, that's what's happening there. Just to make it sweet, short, and simple to understand. And then moving on to the bond markets as well. That should also be putting pressure to the stock market. Just give me a second here. Okay, cool. Here we are. So yeah, man, as you can see, also the bond market is also higher. It's also putting pressure on the stock market, meaning that if the bond markets go higher, the stock market will go lower. Always happened, always will. It always does happen that way. Why? Because of the borrowing costs are going higher. So now the 30 year is yielding at 4.9, the 10 years is yielding at 4.4, the 5 years yielding at 4.1, the 2 years yielding at 4%. That's what's happening there. Sweet, short, and simple, the bond market. Um, with that being said, yeah, man, that's what's happening now is because of, as well as because of the bond market saw a $15 billion, right, this week of municipalities buying into the bonds, and people are waiting for the Federal Reserve, right? Yeah, man, they're waiting for the Federal Reserve speech again, and then obviously the economic numbers like your Jolts numbers were strong, and sticky numbers like your ISM. Those are economic news that happen on a daily basis that traders keep following, basically. So yeah, man, that pushed these things higher, just to make it simple for you to understand. Yeah, man, that's what's happening today in terms of overall the stock market. There are other factors, but we just have to wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. There are news that we are still waiting for the IPO for Elon Musk that is happening on the 12th of June, 2026. Still, still waiting for that to happen. Yeah, man. And then other news that happened today was the GME, GameStop. GameStop is the company that made a fucking mess last year, where a lot of hedge funds were selling. Two to be specific. The one I think it's closed. The guy probably closed his hedge fund because of that. But anyway, that's an old story. It reported that its net income ever came in at the highest of 389 million, with Q1 operating income of 143 million. So the net sales grew by 14%, driven by collectibles. So they've become a more collectible company. So every vintage thing, most of the vintage things, they are buying. And then while cash, securities, and digital assets and receivables also plunged to $9.7 billion. So GME approved the 2 billion share repurchasing authority that happened yesterday, 2 June 2028, 2029 actually. So yeah, man, GME. Everyone thinks that this stock is gonna go higher ever since that thing happened a couple of years back. Yeah, man. But today is up by 7%. GameStop, if you don't know what it is, it's a company that sells video games, literal hardware video games. They do sell also on their website if you can also check. Yeah, man, this one has been quiet and dead for a while. They're trying to revive it again, but yeah, man, it's been a quiet one. So yeah, that's one of the news today. And then Uber is also capping its AI coding tool spending at $1.5, 1.5 US dollars per employee per month after reportedly burning through its 2026 AI budget in just 4 months. So yeah, man, AI just what you call this Uber just they burned money like fucking hell, bro. They burned money for 2 years, bro, in just 3 months. Talk about regular spending, but yeah, man, it's one of those things. Yeah, man, today it's also down because of that news. And then, yeah, man, that's about it today. Nothing serious has been happening. Yeah, man, if you like the video, please click like, subscribe, motherfuckers. I'll see you on another video again, reporting about the stock market. If you like the more videos, please follow me on the Discord. We will talk about whatever stock that you have going on or whatever you bought. For me, I am gone. I am out. Thank you. Obrigado. Bye, man.